Rocket on the move, little floater that doesn't go, tipped up though, and Nicholson corrals the rebound for Northwestern.
And you're going to see Northwestern with the initial push early on to get some easy looks, if it's there, right there. And that's what they need. Find ways to games more important.
Leach on the drive has it blocked away by AG, able to save it to Barry. Loads up for a three and hits.
Western can't have it, right? Live ball turnovers. Now they're off, they're running. It's easy buckets for USC. When Northwestern set defensively, they're tough to score against.
Northwestern, one of the lowest turnover teams in the country, averaging the fewest in the Big Ten, less than 10 per game as Barry hits again.
Trying to figure that one out. Now Northwestern, one of the things Northwestern has gotten into a little bit is too much isolation. To start the first half off, they were getting Barry action. That's great action there. Right? Like, that's the action. No one is a guy. Again, we know he can score the basketball, but really impressed with how aggressive he's been attacking.
Guy was just 31% from the field coming in. Nicholson will try it again. Going back to
one. Their bread and butter is getting the ball inside of that three-point line. They're number one in the league as far as their two-point percentage in conference play.
Again, a lot of that is premised on Claude. Here's Justin Mullins getting downhill. Nice drive there.
5 from the floor. Leach for 3. Well short. Blackwell might have partially altered it. Ty Barry on the second chance. And game.
Yeah, it rivals. It rivals the number I've done with Wisconsin. So, been around these two teams quite a bit. And Chris, you know what I always say, it beats working for them.
Absolutely. Amen to that. There's your guy, Bart.
Gravity lower when going to the rim.
And he's matched up with a first-year player in Sheravino. Tanjay is a sixth-year senior. Ty Barry with a big answer. 87% free throw shooter, a rare miss.
Ari McGee, one of these players that could easily get into the broadcast game after he's finished.
Martinelli drops it in the well.
Got his ankle a little bit. He's hurting. He's trying to play through it.
Just gave a thumbs up over to Greg Gard in the Wisconsin bench. Martinelli off one leg. Games against Northwestern a season ago, including in the Big Ten tournament, as Blackwell misses the rim on the layup.
Northwestern better hurry. They've got numbers.
Barry steps to his left, knocks it down. Here's Blackwell with an opening. Carter Gilmore off the rim. Leach has it weak side.
Leach has got to. He's got to force the issue a little bit.
Nicholson with his second alley-oop dunk.
Ace Bailey, that might get him going. It doesn't take much.
5 tonight for Bailey. Rutgers weathered an early storm. Now a 6-0 Scarlet Knights run ends on the
because their last few games on the road have been very good.
Win over Nebraska, and now a big lead on the road here, but a 3 off the timeout from Todd.
With these freshmen, like he's saying, Harper and Bailey, this is their, only time around the Big Ten, but these 3 other freshmen, they're going to be something here with the Rutgers program.
Martinelli off the shot fake. He'll lean in for 2. Secure that basketball. I thought live it was for sure going to get the whistle, but no whistle blown.
I agree. That was a weird play at the end of the shot clock.
Barry's 3 falls, and the Cats with a little bit of life.
Every time I'm with you, so appreciate you.
Which one did you get there?
Unanimity.
Yeah,
Unanimity.
Sorry,
Thank
okay.
you. Yeah. You don't even know, man.
Yeah,
you're full of, your bag is deep.
All right. Off the turnover, the Cats the other way. Barnheiser falls down, gets it to Leach. This is Keenan Fitzmaurice just in the game for the Cats, and a rare basket.
31% on the season. Majority of his shots are from that three-point line.
Barry tries to answer for the Wildcats and does. Does not look dialed in any way, Jordan.
Yeah, they've had spurts, but then it's a little puzzling because they kind of go away from it when they do, as Martinelli knocks down a 3. Age of 16, 17, and it shows.
Yeah, he was talking about being in Spain and living on his own as a teenager. I mean, it's just a totally different world, but he has come over here and he is so focused on honing his craft and has had just a great year as Hunger hits the pull up there for Northwestern.
Jalen Leach stops at the elbow. Up top, Martinelli lines up the three and knocks it down.
He pushed Ballo off that block area and pushed that jump hook out to about 8 feet.
Jalen Leach, senior transfer from Fairfield. Here's Barry. Leaner, and Barry is getting
Early on, got to his right jump hook. That's a shot he can make. Knocked Nicholson back, just doesn't go.
Okay, so what adjustments do you expect to see on this side?
I think the ball needs to move from side to side, and you're going to need Jalen Leach to give you something. We saw how good he can be at Michigan. There's a clear out for Martinelli. What a physical take
over there at the scorer's table. Martinelli lines it up, knocks it down.
Ballo.
He's got the taped finger, you can see, but again, we were told he would be available. We'll see if Mike Woodson uses it. Jalen Leach, quiet game so far. Now Barnheiser spinning. Yes.
That's hard to guard right there. That play alive, but you've got 3 or 4 Northwestern Wildcats down there and 2 Indiana Hoosiers, and Indiana comes away with a bucket.
This one is set up to go down to the wire, and Northwestern fans know all too well about close games. They have played in a bunch of them this season. Barry, yes.
Northwestern is picking a baseline and just giving no space for Miles Rice to get by.
Barry, he's had the hot hand. 23 for tie.
That one around the horn. Donaldson got Nicholson in the air and hits the 3 off the mark, and the rebound Martinelli.
Another challenge for Northwestern. This big Michigan team, 5th in the country in size, 3rd in the conference in rebounding. Northwestern at the bottom.
There's Martinelli, Leaner at the foul line, and Northwestern on.
In my first ever Big Ten game, got to talk to Dusty May, and he was super impressive. Another miss there for Michigan, but I thought Michigan was going to be a great team. I wasn't quite sure, but Dusty May has done an incredible job turning this team over and coaching these guys up. Turnovers are down as well.
Already more wins, more conference wins than they had all of last year, and we're in mid-January.
Yeah, he's training these guys to be pros, to be men. It's really, really impressive.
Shot clock to 9. Martinelli in the corner with the deep 2.
Put him in the middle of the floor, get the ball to your best player. Just a better defensive play by Pippen.
Here's Barnheiser. Barry with under 10 to shoot. 5 on the shot clock now. Barry will have to try the 3, and he hits. Got a good look. The shot fake against Pippen. Leach baseline, no. Rebound ends up in Leach's hands. He'll back it out. Shot fake and step in for 2 from Barry. Here's Wolf launching from deep. Pinballs out. Martinelli tips it to his teammate Nicholson. In the corner. Barry open for 3. And he hits. His second.
He drives and gives the Terps the lead again. Yeah, you got to use that body at 6'4", 217. Getting downhill, not many people are going to be able to keep him from the rim.
Leach draws a crowd. Open. Barry. 3. Got it. How big is that for Ty Barry?
He's looking around like there's no one else to look around at. You got to get the ball.
Queens got 4 turnovers in the game now. Inside look, Martinelli with the right hand this time.
Excuse me. Caught different.
16 on the shot clock. This league is a bear. And you talk to everybody, there are no nights off.
Oh. Not even Washington Huskies. I think many people may look at their record and think that way, but not that way.
How about Martinelli?
But they were screaming.
Martinelli bleeding in and finally some help, so a reset. I wonder how gassed these guys are. They've been on the floor all night.
Leach has got to make a play.
Martinelli, one to shoot, leans in, tie game. The inbounder. Martinelli in the middle of the bunch.
Ooh, they missed Ty Berry.
To Martinelli for the win. Oh. Martinelli with a catch. They'll review it.
Along with Cooper. Terrific players. It's a power. Good continuity. Cherubino. Spartans on offense. Alleman. Drives baseline. Double pump. Short. Leach. Baseline. Martinelli. Time.
Back it. Quick offense. Get it up. Players got up underneath him, but just when you have momentum, you turn it over. You kind of give it right back to your opponent, that being Michigan State with that turnover.
Barnhizer inside, on the move,
They got space.
So it's just amazing to watch that young man compete and what he's going to do in basketball. Leach to the basket, nice handoff, Nicholson.
Yeah, it's
for Penn State, and they want to run with it. It's given up. Nice steal by Jalen. Leach gives it up to the basket. They go. Nice run. And Penn State going to pick things up full court. This is Nick Kern, another player that transferred in from VCU, along with Mike Rhodes and Ace Baldwin on the ball defensively, guarding Barnhizer.
One of my favorite players in the Big Ten.
Nice slip with success to the
high school and staying past them. Penn State, one of the best backflow defensive teams in the country.
Barnhizer on the roll. Barnhizer gets it and always seems to.
Pratt gets Northeastern off the hook.
I love the pace that L.A. Pratt plays with. Plus, he's got a All-American name, L.A. Pratt. I mean, doesn't get much smoother than that.
It is very smooth. Ty Berry swirls that one in.
Team Brooks Barnhizer when he gets the basketball, because if they don't, he's going to sit there and pick you apart.
Martinelli turns and rolls that one in the well. What should be his 9th rebound.
See Northwestern content to take a lot of time in each possession, similar to what we saw Northeastern do in the first half. They love getting Martinelli on these guards.
Berry. 1,000 and Berry. King underneath. Could not complete the pass to Troutman. Barnhizer hits the reverse.
Blocker, he was blocked by Barnhizer. Mullins had time to set his feet and drilled it.
Shot, steals, and assists, and he does a little bit of all those things, and teams can use that kind of player.
Absolutely. Could definitely be on the verge of another Big Ten all-defensive team this year. Northwestern shooting 50% from the field today. They've got 50 points. Martinelli, just the patience, and he loves those rolls. It takes
with that offhand, and he's so good in the paint.
good press break from Northwestern inside at 2.5.
Now they'll use the clock, get it down to see, get that last shot of the shot clock.
Martinelli will float it up. Did he call glass that time?
Need to be very stagnant, trying to go one-on-one. Not a lot of player and ball movement. So if you can't get it on the offensive end, you got to force something on this end.
Baseline jump.
Really doing a fantastic job of finding Nicholson underneath the bucket.
There's another block for Barnhizer. Went up and got the 7-footer. 3-on-1. Ty Berry with a left hand.
And 16 of their 27 points coming to the paint.
Yeah, they made a concerted effort, especially early in that first half, to get the ball inside. And they did a better job controlling turnovers. The first 6 minutes they had 4, only 1 in the last 14. And a good start to the second half.
No one stopping the ball for Northwestern, and Kylan Boswell, he has lived in that paint tonight.
Defense has been his calling card, but he's got 4 points inside tonight. The ball tipped toward the side, scooped up by Barnhizer. Still 12 to shoot. Barnhizer driving it strong.
And over the top of Evisa.
One thing officials always tell us, they appreciate the help from coaches.
I'm sure. But the game has been really choppy. It's just never felt like either team has been able to find any sort of rhythm on offense.
Agreed. Barnhizer from the foul line. If he starts finding some rhythm, not easy to do against those little guys underneath. And again, this end of the floor, Northwestern needs something. Good drop off, the spin, and the finish.
I like it. You put Martinelli in space advantage for Illinois.
The give to Boswell. Misses the layup. Life for Northwestern. Leach to push. Here's Mullins driving to the rim. Layup good. 1-point game.
Transfer just 6 minutes. Picked up those 3 fouls. He's another weapon on the offensive end of the floor for Northwestern.
Here he is off the bounce, kicking out for Martinelli. He can shoot the 3, and he drills one right there. Now 9 for 14 this season.
And Bizjack with the dribble penetration. You turn your head for a split second. That's all McCaffrey needs to get that 3-point shot off.
Again, shooting at a career-high 50%. Leach lobs it up. Up top it goes to Nicholson.
Just loses it. And thankfully for Northwestern, it's a turnover there, but we're just not used to those passes by Northwestern.
Nice drive from Barnhizer, and he flushes it.
It's going to be, because you get the under 4 timeout. That's a good substitution.
Agbankpolo got the switch on Leach. Agbankpolo, he can really defend 1 through 5, though. Martinelli against the smaller Miller. Back to Leach, quick first step. Martinelli's soft left-handed floater.
Did he last year? Played off the bench in the first 3 games, getting an opportunity here. Quick trigger from Berry is good from the right.
In the half court that his UIC team loves to run. Henderson is very quick. His first floater off the mark. Leach 9.5 points per game so far through a couple of games. They go with alley-oop again. This time, no dunk, but
that baseline turns into a third defender. Just nowhere to go, not enough space on the floor.
Nicholson sitting right now with the 4 fouls. They broke it. And an easy 2 for possession after bringing in the subs. And knew they wanted to bring in Siani for that. Here's the backcourt pressure now. It's a 17-9 advantage for UIC since Matt Nicholson left the game.
UIC just got to be solid here. Defend without fouling and rebound the basketball. Got to end this possession with a rebound.
6-0 UIC run. And it's a quick one over the last 30 seconds to pull within 4. Martinelli, the jab, the drive, floats it up, count it, an answer of an and 1.
Free throws. Full court pressure now. Martinelli bring it up. Now looking at a double team. Leach, Sheravino. Boy, he's something special. And he's had a nice night. Another double-figure evening for Zed Key with 11.
Yeah, big pickup for the Flyers to get Zed Key. He's
Knosman, good cutting inside, and the defense from the 7-footer. And here comes Leach once again. They'd rather be a little more deliberate than run. They'll take advantage, though, when they can. Martinelli just had 2, and there's 3.
He could have easily taken that up and shot a low percentage floater, but able to find hunger in the corner.
Northwestern shooting the ball awfully well, over 50%. They've already made 7 out of 12. Leach, hunger, he's feeling it. Have a night, big fella. He checks out, only player in this game so far in double figures. He has 10 points. Jalen Leach from Fairfield, the true freshman KJ Wyndham.
It's on there and try to get a bucket down low.
KJ Wyndham, nowhere near. Offensive rebound, good look back inside to Wyndham. Leach.
One of the legends of basketball, one of the voices as a broadcaster, as a player, as a coach, somebody who's loved.
Leach to Hunger for 2 more.
And once again, I think that's what like a foreign trip can do, is provide that comfortability. And, you know, he's playing a little bit more point, which he didn't do as much at Fairfield. And so that's going to be adjustment at the Big Ten level. But one thing he can clearly do is score that basketball.
His shooting went up so much from his junior to senior year. Might have the assist. Yes, he does.